The new director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says now is not the time to travel, saying COVID-19 case rates remain extraordinarily high, even though the 7-day average is decreasing. She spoke today during the Biden administration's first COVID-19 virtual press conference. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, good evening to you. Tonight, President Joe Biden has identified 4 crises he wants to tackle at the same time. Among them are the COVID-19 pandemic and climate change. And doctors are telling us tonight to remain vigilant to get the virus under control.
I want to take a moment here to emphasize that the COVID-19 vaccines are safe and they work.
New CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says vaccination is key to ending the pandemic. Over 23.5 million doses have been administered. As for new virus variants,
the vaccines that we're using are still effective. However, given that as a fact now, we have to be concerned looking forward at what the further evolution of this might be.
The head of the Health Equity Task Force says COVID-19 is leaving a terrible imprint on far too many communities.
By race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, disability, geography.
Among the goals, disperse COVID-19 relief funds in a way that the group says advances equity.
Latino, Indigenous, and Black people in America are dying at high rates from COVID-19. And folks in rural communities have case and death rates that continue to climb, and they're dying at higher rates than people in metropolitan areas.
President Joe Biden also emphasized climate change today.
In my view, we've already waited too long to deal with this climate crisis. We can't wait any longer. We see it with our own eyes, we feel it, we know it in our bones.
The president signed executive orders to eliminate fossil fuel subsidies and put the brakes on new oil and natural gas leases on public property. He wants to conserve at least 30% of America's lands and oceans by the year 2030. Former Secretary of State John Kerry will lead the effort.
The stakes on climate change just simply couldn't be any higher than they are right now. It is existential. We use that word too easily, and we throw it away. But we have a big agenda in front of us on a global basis.
Now, oil industry groups don't like where this is going at all. They say President Joe Biden has eliminated thousands of oil and gas jobs. Meanwhile, we're keeping a very close eye on the Biden administration regarding tomorrow. That's when they may formally end the Mexico City policy. They may revoke that. That policy prevents U.S. taxpayer dollars from going overseas to pay for and promote abortions. Tracy?
Well, Owen, what exactly would that mean for the pro-life community?
Well, Tracy, that would be a huge setback for the pro-life community. You'll recall that President Donald Trump reinstated and even expanded the Mexico City policy with the purpose of protecting unborn children from abortion. Tracy?
White House correspondent Owen Jensen reporting for us tonight. Thank you so much, Owen.